So apparently the government is printing money again, inflation isn't actually gone, and the dollar is being devalued. Now this is the exact kind of thing that Ray Dalio and other macro thinkers have been warning about, and when I say macro thinkers, I mean the people who zoom out and study how entire economies work over time. And this is exactly how the gap keeps widening between people with money and the people without it. I built an 8-figure net worth by understanding how money actually works behind the scenes, so let's talk about it in plain English. What's going on and what can you do about it so that this becomes your richest year yet instead of you being on the wrong side of these shifts. Now, when a country racks up too much debt, like the US, they now owe over $38 trillion. They don't have a lot of good ways to deal with it, okay? That $38 trillion is more than the US produces in a year. And at that point, what can the government do? They can raise taxes, they can cut spending, or they can borrow more and create more money so the debt is easier to pay back. And historically, the governments choose borrowing and money creation because that is less painful politically. Raising taxes makes people angry. Cutting spending makes voters angry. But borrowing and creating money, it kind of just goes behind the scenes. And now I'm not saying this means collapse right now, but I am saying that when more money is created without matching growth, each one of your dollars is going to slowly buy less over time. I want you to think about the price of groceries or rent just a few years ago and tell me that you're not feeling this now. And this is when you're going to start seeing all these videos of people saying you need to buy gold, you need to stock up on it because it's physical, you can see it, you can feel it. But gold doesn't pay you, it just sits there, it's a rock. When gold peaked in price around 1980, people waited over 20 years just to break even. And that is decades where their money wasn't actually working for them. Now for me, what am I doing in this situation besides diversifying outside of the US? I'm also buying assets that actually make me money while I sleep. And that's real estate, okay? It produces income. Rents tend to rise over time. And that fixed rate debt, like the mortgages, actually gets easier to pay back as prices rise. And you don't need a huge lump sum for a down payment to do this. And I'm not saying go all in and put all of your money into real estate, but what I am saying is maybe you want to consider adding in a real estate investment trust, ETF, into your portfolio. Basically, these are companies that own and operate real estate. You could buy an apartment building for $5 if you wanted to, and they share their profits with you. And by incorporating these kind of investments into my portfolio, I now make over multiple 6 figures a year without having to work. If you're just starting out, I would keep it to under 10% of your total investment. So let's say you are doing $100 a month into your investing account, $10 of that is going into real estate. And now if you want to plan on how to get your financial shit together in 2026 so you can make this your richest year yet too, head over to my link in bio. I have a new free training for you called New Year Rich Me.